Guys, a mantra that will change your life from now and into the near future is everything is learnable. Everything you want to know, everything you want to learn, everything you want to discover in life that you know will make you happy is possible. It is very possible for you to learn it and become an expert at it. Everyone will always hear the go-to for people who are trying to help people is go for your dreams, go for what you like, go for what makes you, you. But I wouldn't say it's a problem, but it might be part of the problem, is you just keep hearing it over and over again, and then people just really won't put in action to do that. They won't really take the time to realize that statement and to put it into action. You come up with excuses, oh, I took a different path, oh, I tried it and it didn't really work out, I still liked it, but it seemed like I had to work at it to really get to where I want to be with it, and it's just time I don't have, I think. It's just time I think would be wasted. I don't think I can really accomplish this. So then most people end up taking a different path that's more secure, more relaxed, more safe inside of their head, but there's just a sense of missingness. Something's missing there. And it has to do with that fulfillment inside of them. Something is not fulfilled. That could have easily been fulfilled. When you like something, when you want to learn something, when something strikes your interest that you think you could make majority of your life that, you had to have certainty with it. That is your drive for learning, is certainty. Certainty that you understand the subject, certainty that you want to understand the subject, and certainty that you will become an expert at that subject because you are so down to earth with this subject. You are certain that it will be in your head like glue. And that just becomes a big problem with us men in this world, and majority of people is they don't go what's certainly in their heart down to the beginning of it all. They aren't certain what they want to do with their career in life. Then they get caught up into the other stuff in life of having a family. Then it just all becomes a part of the rat race, the merry-go-round of life. Oh, I don't know if I can go for that because I already have a wife now and kids. I'm making a steady income. I get a raise here and there. I don't really have any passion with my job, but I'm good at it. I go in every day, and if I bust my ass for 30 years, I'll be able to retire. I'll be able to live wherever I want. Maybe a nice beach in Florida, who knows? But for now, I'm at a mutual spot. I'm happy, but something's missing. You get that same reaction when you ask someone like that. They get caught up into the explaining of everything that's going on, but towards the end of the explanation, they get lost, like something is missing. They become uncertain. If you enjoy something, learn about it. Learn everything about it. This day and age, you can do it in almost a week. Everything is at your disposal to be a genius. It really is. Think about how it was for people way back then when all they had was books and scriptures. Countless inventors and whatnot in past histories have been through the same thing at all, but what kept them driving is their certainty in their head that they know this subject and they devoted this subject to their life. They're certain for it. It's their passion. Countless examples like Thomas Edison with his 4,000 attempts at getting the light bulb correct, or Elon Musk with him going in for engineering but becomes a tech mogul, becomes a rocket scientist. They all kept learning. They relentlessly learned it. They had a sense of certainty that they knew what the end result should be, and they're not going to stop until it's going to happen. They're not going to stop learning. They want to keep learning. They're certain that they keep learning, this outcome's going to happen. And that's just the story with most entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs. They go out in the world and they try to sell themselves. They try to sell themselves with stuff or products that they believe that reconciles with them and what they stand for. And that could be a broad spectrum of anything. They could be on one subject for a month and move on to another. It's all about that selling point. But at the same time, they are certain that this is them. This is them as a whole. And they keep learning. And they keep learning about that. And then become experts. And then that builds off of that. And that builds off of that. Until ultimately it builds off into the biggest thing they've ever done in their life. I think a lot of people have gone through this in high school, middle school, grade school, and probably not as much in college because we're a lot more older and we can realize what we want to do with our lives by then. But you go through the process of school like that, high school, middle school, and it's very, very judgmental. You're separated into different classes of which kids are smarter, which kids are not, and then you can tell by the teacher's attitude of how they treat certain students. I've had the same math teacher for a majority of my high school life. I probably had two different ones, but then I had 2 years of the same one, and that lady did not care for my class. It was the first hour. Obviously she must have been tired, but it was a basic math class for basic kids, nothing advanced or anything like that. And she would skip the class constantly. She never showed up to that class to teach us. She would have a work plan, but she would never show up to teach us. I caught on the second year I had her that she would show up in the afternoon for the advanced classes, and she was happier than a pig rolling in its own shit. And I got that demeanor from majority of teachers. It's kind of like the system they have with them, is they want to place kids in this certain type of system and make them think a way that's really not true to them. They make you believe that you are not possible to learn this because you didn't learn it in the time period that I taught you in. If you can't do that like Johnny over here, that means you're fucking stupid. And you endure that for almost 4 to 8 years. Because some people learn a lot slower than others. Some people have to study their ass off more than others. But everything is learnable. Everything is. I was overcome by this a lot when I was younger. That was the main thing I was overcome by. I thought I was very, very stupid. I'd always get judged and snarked at by classmates and whatnot, treated differently, because they're all going to these big fancy universities their parents are paying for and whatnot, and they can go out and party and drink and eat all the fucking Taco Bell they want, and I can't afford any of that. I'm struggling in school, and I'm just trying to get by. And then obviously the teachers feed on students like that as well, and they kind of do the same thing that the students attacking them are doing. They just treat them like that. I went to school for welding. I got an associate's degree in manufacturing applied sciences with a certificate in welding technology. I was certified in all different processes of welding, all basic processes, and I was turned on to this from a high school teacher. He thought I was a super senior when I was a junior in high school in his class. Not to judge anyone in the trades, but it is there. Teachers will sought out students who they think are underdeveloped and gear them towards a trade, because you don't really have to go to college for a trade. You don't have to have a fancy degree. You don't have to do much. You just have to do the trade and learn it. And welding's a great trade. You make great money, but it's very hard. It's very dirty work. It's relentless. It is a bitch, but I did it. I did good at it. And I built my way up past welding, built my way up into engineering. And I don't even have an engineering degree. And now I'm learning a new subject. I want to help people. I know I can help people. Through what I went through and the passion I have towards this subject matter, the certainty I have, I know my subject, and I know what works, and I know what will help you. So be certain about what you want to learn. Be certain about anything you want to learn. It's possible. Anything is possible to learn. Do not ever be uncertain, because once you're uncertain, it's already got you. So break through those barriers and learn what you want to learn, and be certain about it, because certainly you can learn it.